UnDEaD, and this is a video. Hey guys, today I'm going to do a bit of a class setup for you. I've got, obviously there's competition classes and pub classes, so I thought I'll do two separate videos. So today I'll show you some of my Clan v Clan classes, which I also use in competitive, because the rules are pretty much exactly the same. So in my private match, I'll show you real quick, in my private match I got, these classes here are pretty much identical to what I've got in here called Clan v Clan. So we'll go through these Clan v Clan ones. A couple of things I want to say up first is obviously don't expect to copy one of these and do better. You're always better off doing. You're always better off using a class that you're better at. So you know, if you're better with an MTAR, don't try to use my Remington class just because I use it. So make sure you're using what you feel comfortable with, and go from there. Sometimes the perks, you might notice some of my perks might be better set up, but with competitive, you know, so many perks aren't allowed. There's not many different combinations. Other than there's only a few different ones you could use anyway. So we'll see how we go. So in competitive, I run a Remington usually. I've only got two Remington classes here. I've got one with a thermal and one without. The different classes usually have there's a sniper, there's an overkill, and a couple SMG classes. But I'll go through them real quick. So this is an MTAR. I'm playing Strike Zone. I'll be using this. There's an identical class down the bottom, the Vector class. Identical class. Everything's pretty much the same. I could be wrong. No, everything's the same. Just depends whether I'm feeling the Vector or the MTAR. Honestly, I go back and forth between those guns way too often. Sometimes I'm using the MTAR, it doesn't feel right, so I'll try the Vector, and for some reason it works better sometimes. So yeah, Strike Zone. Usually I use this, or maybe for a blitz game, or depends who we're playing with, how many people we've got, whether we need another SMG. I'll pull out one of these two classes. Next one's out my Remington. This is the main class I use, especially for S&D or domination. Once we've got those two flags, I post up with this and go to work. I've got a secondary. I love running a secondary on my assault rifle classes, which is just the Remington, pretty much so I can run quicker, switch to my pistol and move around the map a bit quicker if I need to. Also, obviously, I don't have sleight of hand as a first perk in this one, so having the pistol there, if I run out of ammo, is very handy. Just running the one stun. Obviously focus, I didn't say that off the rip. I think I got focus on almost all my classes. Focus is one you really want. You also want ready up on almost every class. If you're not doing that, you're doing something wrong. Incog, this is a Incog with a silencer on it, SMG and a smoke. This is used for a couple of funny plays we do. Main one being an Octane S&D play that Smart for the Kill King came up with. Pretty much we rush the B bomb, we smoke the front of it, and we smoke with about 3 or 4 smokes on the team. We put one on the bomb, one in front of the bomb, one front diner, and one person plants on their side of the bomb, and the rest of us rush diner and come behind them, get on top diner and top pawn. It's a really fun play. Doesn't work all the time, but when it does, it's so satisfying. Sniper class here. Don't usually use this one very much. If I am using a sniper in competitive, very often I'll be running an overkill. It's just, you're silly to be running a sniper unless... no, you got to run overkill. If you're running just a sniper, you're being a little bit selfish, to be honest. You got to be running the overkill to help the team out in certain situations. So I've got the Vector on the back here, but again, I'll sometimes switch that around. I do put reflex on. It definitely makes it much more flexible depending on the size of the map. Sometimes if I'm playing on like an S&D on Octane with the overkill, I won't run reflex, especially if I don't need to be swapping the weapons. Don't need to be swapping the weapons quickly if I can plan my moves and I know where I'm supposed to be going. Let's have a look. Run. This one is this is basically just a run class to get to a certain point quicker. I'll usually put this class on for let's say S&D on Warhawk on an offensive round. If we're going towards B, I'll put this class on. I'll run. If you don't know already, in the first 15 seconds, you can switch your gun. You can switch your class up before 15 seconds is up. So if the round has been going for less than 15 seconds and you haven't fired your gun, haven't thrown a grenade, you can switch your class. So I'll run for 10, 12 seconds with this, switch over to my Remington, and then I'll be in a more advantageous position because I've run further and faster than I would have if I was just running along with this class, which is what I'll usually swap to. This is my class, my thermal Remington, pretty self-explanatory. I've got Incog on it as well, so I know I can throw the smoke and stand out, and then I can fully stick my head out in view and have a look through the smoke. I don't have to, cautiously peek through it in case somebody else is using a thermal sight, so I can stand up in that and be safe from everyone else with the Incog. Let's have a look. We've got Blitz class. Blitz class is kind of a mix between the Incog and what have I got on this one? Pretty much just a silencer. I don't use this class much, to be honest. I made this class with the idea of using it for blitz, but haven't really used it much. I usually run a vector or an MTAR. If we're playing 2s, if we're playing 4s, sometimes I'll run a Remington and just post up mid-map. But yeah, usually I run my MTAR or vector class for blitz. I tried it for a while, having the silencer. It's good for 4s, useless in 2s. They're going to know where you are and they're going to call you out. So with 4s, sometimes it's good, especially if I'm playing like a really, really objective, sneaky role. You know, letting people run past me and calling them out to teammates and the like. Bulldog, only really used on Sovereign. Pretty much Sovereign S&D is all I use this on. Sometimes if we're doing a fast B rush, I'll pull this out and rush map room or down the bottom snake. That's about it really. These are the classes I use for, like I said, competitive or clan v clan. Obviously both being pretty much identical. If you've got any questions, post them down in the comments below. I reply to pretty much all the comments. And yeah, any questions about the classes, any suggestions? If you think I'm doing something wrong, let me know. I might be doing it wrong. Again, just because I use these classes doesn't mean you have to. You've got to use what you find most comfortable. But I've just had a lot of people asking me for class setup videos. So this is my competitive class setup video. I will do a pub one. We do still play quite a bit of pubs if there's not much happening. If we don't have enough people to play clan v clan, clan v clan sucks playing with 2 people. When you get a couple of randoms on your team who don't know what they're doing and they can't communicate with you. So we do play pubs. So I do have a couple of classes set up for that, and I'll do them in a separate video. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video today. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you want to see some more videos like this one. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. The links will be in the description below. I'm UnDEaD. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon.